To speak to us about oil, we have Kun Pongpun Amornvivat on the line with us, who is the business manager of the Thai Oil Public Company Limited. สวัสดีค่ะ คุณ Pongpun.
Welcome to the program.
สวัสดีค่ะ. Well, oil price has slumped now to about $76 per barrel. Would you say investors are starting to get worried about the collapse in global oil price?
Yes, I think it's a bit of a short-term panic in terms of the oil price sell-off at the moment, because I think the sentiment in the market seems to be that what's happening to Europe and the U.S. may affect the demand. So there's a lot of sell-off in the commodity markets. That's why we have an oil price slumping down in the short-term wise.
Well, investment houses like Goldman Sachs has predicted that oil in 2 years will rise to about $130 a barrel. So do you agree that the oil price will rise further in the medium outlook?
Well, for our view, I think I understand Goldman Sachs, I think, has just revised down their outlook from 130 to 120. So they are still bullish on oil price, and I think that's what we are too. And if you look at the fundamental in terms of demand and supply, the demand is still going to grow, especially in Asia. So globally, the demand will expand from the current year into the next 2 years. Additionally, the supply, I think we will have more problem in Libya about the new supply that's coming online, and also we have the OPEC barrel that can be reduced immediately once the Libya barrel is back on the market. So we will have a certain certainly a tight market looking forward. So in terms of medium and longer term view, we definitely see a rise in oil, despite right now we have a big slump.
Well, the local petrol stations will have some margin to increase their retail oil prices. Now, do you think the domestic oil price will remain flat between now and the end of this year?
You mean the oil price at the retail station, correct? It definitely will swing a little bit because now we have the oil price in the global market slumping down, which brings down also the product price in the Singapore market as well. So, if this trend continues, we may see a decrease in the petrol price for the retail market in Thailand. However, as I mentioned, fundamentally the demand supply is actually quite high at the moment. So we may actually see a swing in the oil price at the retail.
Well, what if the economy really slows down to an extent that the consumption will eventually lower? Would there be a problem in that, in the consumption and fuel demand?
I think it's a two-way mirror because in terms of if the economy slows down, definitely the people will use less energy. However, once the slowdown of the economy happens, the oil price will drop as well. With the oil price drop, normally we'll see a pickup actually in terms of the energy demand. We see how the government tinker with the oil price, especially with the tax and the oil fuel fund collections. And the result of that is clear that once the oil price starting to drop, consumer will begin to use more oil. So in terms of the demand in Thailand, I think we are very sensitive to price. So if we have a lower price in the market, I think contrarily, I think the demand will increase.
Okay, well, then if there's less consumption, I think the government's first car scheme may not be as popular. Well, thank you very much, Kun Pongpun, for sharing with us today.
No problem. Bye-bye.
สวัสดีครับ
Yeah, and well, the oil price, global oil price has gone down. Now the gold price has also gone up. So come back for that story after the break.